Alright, I guess we're doing a replay review. I obviously am going to preface this by saying Tim is a good player, but I'm going to rip him a new asshole right now. Oh, man. Here we go. This was from ESL the other day, and we got fucking wrecked. I don't know whose other team was, but props to them. They did a good job of picking apart the holes that we left. The massive fucking holes that we left in our game. None of us are really playing that well, so, you know, shit happens. As you see, I'm whiffing off the bat. But today we're going to concentrate on Tim, despite the fact that many people were part of this failure. Right here, Tim has two of them on his screen, and freaks out and shoots it forward. I don't know, man. This seems a little, you know, let's control the ball, baby. Even if that third guy's coming, you gotta be confident and control that ball. This is fine. I don't give a shit about this. It's right to time. I think time's positioning is pretty bad there. It's a good shot, though. Good. Okay. See that half a second where you came? You gotta know that I'm coming in here. And you're in my way. At some point. No, you weren't that bad on that one. Let's move on. Let's move on. You weren't that bad on that one. I thought you were bad, but you were fine. Although, I think you should have chased it. Actually. You could have chased it a little bit. Right here, you come straight down the middle, so you're forced to give up. I think you could have forced him to the outside there. Because I think he gets too much space from that. But that's just me and you not knowing where each other are. So we gotta work on that. This hit is not bad, but I don't think it's yours, Tim. I think you're underneath the ball here. I think if you're further back, giving more... Like, this is Time's ball. Look, this is Time all day long. And Time doesn't go for it because you turn around. I mean, this was... I played that to Time on purpose. I really think you got to be careful about getting caught underneath the ball. Like, you're last guy here, and just go back. Like, it's so risky for you to turn here. You didn't... I mean, on your screen, you really don't see anybody. Americas or anything. Like, yeah, I guess you have kind of Mers is right there, but not really. Like, right here, you can't really judge how close Mers is. I mean, a little bit, but you really can't. And you definitely have no view on their third guy. So if you're the third guy back, even if you don't know you are, you kind of got to figure it out. This is so dangerous. I mean, now the ball is above you. You're not doing the best aerial at it because you're having to go straight up. It's a hard aerial. And he beats you. I mean, that could have just been a goal right there. Time makes a good save, but I mean, if he hits that a little harder, it's gonna be a hard save. So right here, don't come middle. I don't know why you snuck middle here. So you're sneaking middle in the idea that I'm gonna play at middle, but the wider you stay, the better. Like, just hang out over here, because even if I play at middle, you're gonna have more angles the wider you stay. If you come middle, I mean, I guess your idea is to try to beat XX to the ball, but it's, I mean, really, you kind of give it up almost immediately because you know that's a bad idea. But you're still too central here. You're central so you can cut across, but just stay a little wider because it'll give you more angles. See how right here you cut middle? You're not beating anybody, but you're fucking yourself on all your angles because then you have to come back outside again, and you're still giving up this back post a little bit. Just be careful. Stay a little wider. All right. Let's move on and see if we can find some more shit. Player view, TImbathy. All right. Okay, again, this is you underneath the ball again and chasing it. It's so hard. Like, you're making it really hard on yourself. I know that that's your hit, but like, look at. You can't see anything. You can't. I mean, it's because of the approaches you're taking to the ball. If you had come wider there, you would have had an easier play. And honestly, this might not be your ball if you come wider. You could just let this go. Come wider and let Time chase it. Time has a way better angle than you on that. Time ditches because he sees you turn, but I mean, Time should be the one chasing this ball. Right here? Why not let Time chase that? Unless he said he had limited boost, I think that's Time's ball. I think he has a better chance of getting an easier hit on it. But you're going for it. I mean, this is fine, I guess. It seems like a strange time to try to control it. I might try to get it out at that point. But I like that. You got it out. I don't like this at all. You prevent a lot of offense stealing this boost. I know you need boost, but I just don't think this is the time for it. At all. Like, you give up the whole center of the field, and you really... Look, you're not a part of the offense still. You see how we hit it up twice, and no, like, you're still beat to that. Like, I get a big hit forward, and yet you waiting up didn't do anything. You just go back. It just feels like a waste of time. Whereas... Alright, where's the play begin? Let's watch Time here. Oh, actually, it'll be more clear from my view. So you're all the way up. I snag boost. If you're all the way back here, I can go fucking insane at this. But because you're not, I have to be really safe. Really safe. And I go for really safe aerial in case they have angles. And I throw it forward. But you're not even open for me. I'm just throwing it at nobody. I mean, at that point, if you grab that boost, try and get open for me, too. And then right here, I mean, every angle that the other player could take beats you, basically. Every single one. He can go right, he can go left, he could leave the ball and bump you. There's so many options because of the way you're approaching him from the center. It just, and I have more of a challenge ability than you have from where I am. We need to kind of split this challenge, and you, so right here, you should not be diving in. I know it feels like you should, but you really shouldn't. We can kind of contain him between the two of us, because he wins if you dive here. What does he have to lose if you dive here? I mean, look, he gains so much. He beats 2 players because you dive in here. And you say, well, like, this is, I can force him into you. Like, that's the play. It's a really good play here. So he's here. So I deny the sideline, and I kind of force him a little bit. You deny middle, we kind of force him, and we kind of keep him contained between us, and we have time to back us up, and we have a really nice play. What you end up doing is you rush him, but you don't really. It puts me and you out of position. If you could just go like wider, and you could have been here, cutting almost backwards, not even towards him, just disallowing him any options and kind of having me force him into you would have been better. And then you could even cover other stuff in this area, and it would be stranger. Whereas challenging here, I mean, so if you don't challenge, he gets a little bit of space, but I'm going to push him wherever I want, basically. And I'm going to force him into time a lot more likely than you're going to force him into time. You're going to force him into their teammate, and that's what you end up doing. You force him, it's not to me, whereas if I had challenged, it would have been to you or time. Like, I have 2 guys to go to, definitely. Whereas you have no guys to go to, really. Time gets bumped, and it's already over. I mean, we're scored on. That's a goal. And it's all because you put me and you together next to each other and then decided to dive. It's a dangerous situation that is created often, and it's not entirely your fault. It's 2 of us together, obviously, but this situation is just unacceptable. Here, we're gonna show this again. This situation where you're completely on the far side and completely even with Time's car is just never okay. So you're even with Time's car. You say you're even with his car. That is terribly bad. I mean, terribly bad. Right here, you gain so much out of, like, cutting this way and slowing down a little bit. Like, slowing down a lot. Because when you're all the way over here, even with you don't want to, never, in soccer, there's a concept where you never play a ball, it's just called a square ball. So, like this, square, like this. Because you get fucked. So you want to avoid being square at any point. So, like, right now, you're perfectly square with Time. You can draw a straight line between the 2 of you. You want to have more diagonal lines, so like maybe here. And even if you want to, you could be here if you know how to do it right. It's a little dangerous, but if let's say that last part you grab boost, you were here. If you cut here, there's a lot more diagonal lines to it. I don't think you should be up there in this situation. I think in this situation you should be much more here and much more willing to support Time by being in this area. Because in this area, you beat comp to the ball. You beat a lot of people to the ball in this area. In this area, I feel like no matter what Time does, comp has you beat to literally everything. If he's a good player, he has you beat to literally every ball. The ball has to go through his area to get there. The only thing, I mean, even if Time plays a perfect ball touched like this way, I think comp still has ways to beat you, and I don't think you ever get a shot. You come across this way, this is not an easy way to shoot, and comp still has it covered if you get a shot. Even if Time does and he's never going to get that perfect ball from the wall here straight diagonally across like this, hard and sideways. It's just not going to happen. So if I want optimal attacking position, I want you almost like here and here are 2 really nice options. Really nice options. But I think all the way over here gets really dangerous and kind of just cuts me out of the game. And I think you'll see how it cuts me out of the game as we continue. It cuts you out of the game too. Okay, watch. So you didn't become a part of that play. If you had been over a little bit towards the time side, you could have cut across. You found yourself over here. That's fine, but you should have been cutting across immediately to come help Time, and then you would have found this ball, or at least you could have said, oh, comp has me beat down the line, so I'll kind of cover this space and kind of pick up this guy down the line. But instead, you're not doing any of that, and there's all this space over here that we're just not containing. There's too much space. And look, I'm by myself again. And even if the guy whiffs, there's nobody there. But if you had done this rotation we were talking about, and you had been turned around, ready to run away here, you could just turn around, and you would have been really fucking dangerous, and probably scored if you were over here. I like you cutting across, being over here in this space. You seem to be threatening the empty space, but no one's ever getting it to you over here. You're between two defenders. Let's cut into the space where we can be dangerous. You like to be fast to the ball. Be dangerous over here. Don't be far side as much. And see, finally you cut across, but now is actually a bad time to cut across. Like, you should have kept your position. Because now your positioning's good over here. Over here is good because A, you can cut back and be the defender, and B, I'm pushed up by then, so I'm covering this space now and really threatening it. You coming over here makes this whole side of the field fucked if anything goes wrong, and they're going to get out easily if something weird happens. And if time gets any sort of hit, I mean, you're scoring all day over here, but if you're over here, you have to turn back around, and it's still, I mean, I still could say you're scoring, but you have so many more angles. If time get hits, it's so much harder if you're a little wider there. So you could have just stayed here in that position, but instead, this is when you decided to cut across, when you saw the whiff. Know when to leave. At this point, once a whiff happens, our rotation has beaten your situation. Like, you don't need to cut back in. Time's already there. Why don't you cut backwards and let me come in? Instead, you come in, and now you're blocking me again. You've prevented me from rotating in while also giving yourself no angles. Look at you, you're coming across the field again. But you're just constantly chasing the ball. And now you leave because you fucking probably ran yourself out of boost. This is a bad time to leave. Now you finally, after chasing him for so long, have a play on the ball and you decide that you don't want it. Even if I said I got it here, like, I don't know, man. It just feels like I might have been saying I got it because you haven't been in a while. If I happen to say I got it, I'm sorry, it is yours, but I probably said I got it because it's just like, dude, get out of the fucking way. Let someone else play if you're going to just be in the way. All right, so let's see how this goes. So now look at my, I have to come across and do this shit. And look at, now you two are over here. We're finally, I'm trying to fix the rotation by coming across like that. So now the rotation's looking a little better, but then you wrap back this way to go almost far side. Just continue on that path you had was pretty good. You would have come out, I mean, you're coming wider now, but look, why are you coming to play offense now? Let time play offense. Play some fucking defense. Right now, if X hits at the comp, I mean, I really think he scores. I really do. If X gets a really nice touch to comp here, I think he scores on all of us. And look, you've put us in a line again. 1, 2, we're just too close together. Anchor this position. Be in this space. You were doing fine cutting back like this. You would have been fine. And then you could come into the rotation like that. And then you would have picked up the ball. Like, you would have cut into, but instead you went over here. And you didn't need boost. You ran yourself out of boost. You have 40 fucking boost here. You just seem super lost, my man. So let's work on that. It's not a big deal. It's just, I mean, we're less than a minute in, and I don't think you found yourself at all. And look how much space you give up. And look at how we're all in a line again. That's not caused by me and time. It's caused by the way you're doing weird shit. I mean, I thought you were third guy back, but now you're over here getting boosted and no one's in goal. So now I have to run all the way back. I was just playing offense. So now I make this save, and once again, you're not ready. You went and got this boost, but then you decided to ditch, even though at that point you really weren't going to save anything anyway. If you could have just stayed. So you fuck up, and then you fuck up again, and then you fuck up again. It's like so confusing. If you just... Like, you could have got that boost and sat there the whole time, and it would have been a better play than whatever the hell you did. Why come back here? I mean, it's so weird, man. And then right here, you don't see it. As soon as you see me getting a touch, I mean, all right, let's look. Okay, so this guy gets a weird touch, and I'm clearly going to hit it far side. You're almost looking to save that, but then you finally realize it, and then you turn so weird. Like, you don't cut. You turned so long. You should, like, literally break, cut, and go. But you instead, like, you almost boost turned around like you're, like, level 4 in the game. Let's work on those turnarounds. And then, because you did such a bad turn, you're driving your car into the wall. Whereas if you turned and cut, you could have it played like this as it's bouncing off the wall, and you'd have this space right here. This space is beautiful. Because you can go to the wall, you can go to the center, you can go to the goal, you can dribble far side. Like, if that ball bounces off the wall, and you let it come across your car, and you dribble like this, you can take so much space for free. No one's going to stop you from taking this space diagonally. And that space becomes dangerous, because then we can wrap around and help you. Okay, so I hit it to you. And now, do you see how I'm kind of taking up this position? And as the ball bounced hard off the wall, I just felt like you had lost it. Which I'm totally right. You had lost it, and yet you're still going for it. I kind of just took over. I'm like, what the fuck? Because, I mean, I play it to you, and you just get lost in this bounce off the wall shit. I don't know what the fuck. So, whatever. And if you realize that you don't have the ball and a teammate does, so say, okay, bounce off the wall, weird, I'm not going to get it. Let's let Empty get it, and I'll cut outside for him. But it all got confusing because of that weird turnaround. And then I come up, and I've got limited boost, and I'm really reaching for this, and I make a really lazy hit. So let's move on. Lazy hit, that's fine. Should have been better. And once again, do you see how you're coming middle? Stay fucking... You came middle to get that ball, but you don't realize that I'm already there, and you never stay wide, and you're looking to cut in and get this ball that you're never, ever going to have a play on. And time is next. I mean, you hit it, I hit it. Just on the basis of that, time is next. Let's try and think about that, because you going up here puts you in time again. Okay, in this situation, if you two are next to each other, one of you should be faced backwards. Like, this happens way too often with you, where time's face forward, you're face forward, and you guys are almost in a perfect line. One of you should be faced backwards, so you actually have a rotation instead of two guys going forward at the same time. And now you're both turning around at the same time. Do you see how you're, like, both, like, totally fucked up? Whereas time could be coming forward and you could be going backwards, but because you went forward, neither of you knows where to go. It's just getting very fucking confusing. And then you go here. Time wasn't sure if he was supposed to go here. It gets really confusing. And then look at how fucked up Time's rotation is. Time needs to, in order to fix the rotation, Time needs to cut all the way across and come over here. This is what he should have done. But it's dangerous to do that because you're literally giving up one rotation in order to fix it. But that's the best way to fix it in this situation. But he goes to the corner. Now, you force Time into the corner. Time has a hit, but it's a hard hit, and he doesn't have many options. And when you land, I mean, you're pretty fucked here, too. I come in and get a hit because I feel it's necessary to stop that pass. And then you stay. What are you doing here? Again, you're underneath the ball, and you're just in the way. I know you have limited boost here. I guess you could stay with limited boost, but just get out. Right here, I'm going to play with him. Time's already behind you. Just maybe take this boost pad right here and just come around. Cover. What'll happen is if you grab that boost pad and you come around a little bit, you ignore the ball, you ignore the goal. Time has the goal. I have the ball and the goal. Let that happen. Okay? Come here and cut middle, and you get a boost pad and a boost pad. You cover middle for a second, so if anything weird happens, you can maybe get a touch on it. You can bump this guy if anything weird happens, and you come across, you can grab another boost pad, and you can even come around, and then if offense starts, you can go forward like this. Hi, I'm wide open. As you start to get wide, you really get some good offense. And if defense still happens, you just kind of wrap around and you become the backstick guy again. But you don't have to worry about that first shot because Time has it. And I have full control of the ball, and yet you're still here with zero boost, and you're too close to me, and you don't have a play. And even if I hit it to the right to you, you have zero boost. Just get out. You're not useful here. Let Time come in. So you leave with your zero, and then Time can come in and be a big part of that play because he has boost. I know you have zero, and it's hard to leave there, but just try and think about leaving there. And even here, you think, oh, I'm going to pick up this ball, but if you had let Time pick up that ball, it would have been so much better. Time could have come around, picked up this ball, and he has so many more options and angles, and you have no options, no angles, no boost, nobody to pass to, and you're looking at 3 of their players. And you're coming across our goal. I don't agree. And you get a little flick. You did well with it, but I just think you're putting yourself in these really difficult positions to deal with. And I think we can avoid that. Okay, so we get a little flick. Come around. This is great. Love that you're getting boost. Love that you're wide here. Right here, don't go forward. Okay, so what happened here is it was very clear that Mers was going to beat you to that ball. Right here, you hit this ball. Time hits it. It's pretty clear that Mers is going to beat you to that. I think you turn around here on this boost. Even if it's not quite clear, I think it's pretty clear. I think if you get that boost and you turn back around and give up on that play for a second, you have some beautiful play because then Time's pushing hard. So if this guy whiffs or misses, Time will put him in the corner and put pressure on him immediately. You'll be going back down this line, and I'll be covering this big aerial that could happen. You'll be covering this little aerial, and then me and you can work together really well. Me and you can work together really well on whatever Mur's hit happens to be. You cover this space really hard, Time covers anything weird, and you cover that space. Instead, you turn thinking that this pass is going to get to you, but there's a guy between you and that pass. Just kind of know when you're fucked. And then, okay, so right here, this is hugely bad. Do not turn around like that. It's just, no, it might not be as bad as I thought, because Time's widening up. But it's not great. So you cut middle already, just keep going across, like this, I think is better. If you keep going across like this, you cover the far side space, right? So you come across like this, then Time goes to the ball if he needs to, or I go to the ball, Time and me, like this, both at the ball, you going across like this. If we win the ball, you can kind of turn slow and be a part of this attack. And you can be a part of this attack on the far side over here, and you can become third guy back very easily on this side. But when you go back on this side, I think the play ends up opposite you, and you really, you get kind of stuck, and our rotation gets kind of closed off. I think you had the right idea coming at this. You came at this ball, but I don't think you should have turned. You, turned like you were going to come back and get this ball off the wall. But your teammates are going to figure that out. Your teammates are going to cover that. Like, you turned, you're like, oh, I got to get that ball. But you knew that wasn't your ball, and then you double jump back. That was your concept. Ignore the ball and concentrate on rotation. Rotate this way. Instead, you turned, and your rotation gets really confusing. And then, I get the ball, but I don't have that much. I have to find Time there, probably. And I miss hit. That's fine. The problem is, another thing is, I don't really see Time here. Do you see how I can't see Time here? Which makes it hard. If you had done that other play, right? So this happens, right? You go forward, and instead of going to the corner, instead of going back to the corner, you cut across and Time has to go back to that corner, or at least cut in a little bit. Then I can see you. I see you the whole way coming diagonally across like this, and then I play that ball. And you've still got just as many options as Time. You can have the ball come across your car on the left of this camera here, and then shoot it like this. And I can see you, and it's safer. I don't know. I think it's something to think about. Because if you cut across here, I can shoot that right to you. And I know where Time is easier. Right now, I don't know if Time's wanting to play offense, or if you're wanting to play offense, if Time needs boost, if Time needs defense. It just gets harder. I see you, but you're not useful. I can see you if you come across, and you're rotating out, or you're an option. I have you doing both. Right here, you're kind of neither. So think about that. And my hit would have gone right to you if you had done that rotation. That's where I wanted to pass. That makes sense. That's easy. And then you can pass it back to Time. You can pass it back to me. You become this anchor in the middle, right here. As you come across, you become this anchor with so many options. You can go bink to Time if he'd be in a different positioning, but he'd still be a pass back. You can go bink back to me. You can go bink across. It just gives so many options. This area right here, if you come, you rotate, and then you rotate middle, you open yourself up for a lot of openings, and then you can come back, and you open yourself up for a better defense as you're coming back. Let's try and find that. So I hit this forward. Let's go back to you. Again, you kill yourself by pushing up too far. Oh, God. Sorry. There's going to be some weird camera work. Okay, that's right. Now we're on TImbathy. We do this turn. Alright. Right there, the angle to the boost is actually really good. It gives you the right turn. Like, your car's turned slightly left here. Just continue straight for another half a second so that you can come around the way you need to. It would have worked a little better. Because you cut early. If you cut a little later, take a little wider of a route, then your car can go in more directions more easily. Just gives you more options. More options is better. Okay? You're still on one side. You still have more options. And then when this ball is hit long, you cut almost straight here, and then you come around it, and you can boom it middle a lot easier. Instead, you have to go, because you cut middle and you're already so high up, you have to go across like this, and all you're hitting it into is the wall. It's just slight optimization. See, on that big aerial, if you just make a little bit of a wider rotation, you might have met it here, going forward. But instead, you meet it there, coming across, and you just hit into the wall. And it's really hard to help you with that. And you'll find that as a pattern throughout these games. You like to hit into the wall. So then you jump and you miss. That's fine. I'm not worried about that miss. Doesn't bother me at all. And you do a pretty okay rotation here. Although I think... I just think this killed us right here. This hit killed us. Because you took yourself out of the game for this big aerial. So you have 100 boost, and you commit your whole car to this big aerial that goes nowhere. It goes to a teammate. To nobody. No teammate can help you with this. And comp wasn't even that particularly dangerous. You decided that you wanted to deny this big aerial, but no one's really there to help you, and you're running yourself out of boost, and now you're out of the play entirely. Time was already high up when you went for this big aerial. When you went for this big aerial, time is really high in the field. He's really high up. So going for a big aerial as the third man is quite a decision. You have to be really confident in it, because it's going to take your teammates a while to get back. And you went for a big aerial, and you did that. And it's hard. It's hard to help with that. We're gonna struggle for the next few seconds because of that. And you try to rotate back. Right there, I think you have to go directly back. I don't think you're allowed to get that boost. And I think it's because you should know at this point that you've put your team in a shitter. And what you can do is you can tag this pad into this pad, and you'll get supersonic. You should know how to do that. And then you can pick up this boost, and you're faster to get back, and you still get the boost you're looking for. Right here, you're just wasting time. This boost is a waste of time. This is the boost you're looking for. That boost makes you slower and makes you less helpful. If you get this boost, you're still quick to play offense, and you have way more angles, and right now we're playing defense. You would have been quicker to help in getting that boost. If you got this boost, I think you beat comp to that ball. Right there. If you came back and got this boost. Because you would have been at least 3 or 4 car lengths already. You probably would have got hit this boost already. You would have been faster. And then you can guarantee that you beat comp to more balls. Because comp is what's fucking scary. I mean, I'm in a 3v1 right now. Time is not beating comp to the ball. You're not beating comp to the ball in a lot of situations. And I've got 2 guys up doing crazy aerial. So that slight optimization will be huge. You see the first boost you want to grab. That's the boost that's trying to trick you. Come back and grab the other boost. I think you want the mid boost because you're like, oh, I'm going to wait up. I'm going to make a play. But you need to grab 1 pad, 2 pads, and then if you need to turn and make a play, if I hit a long ball, there's always the option to grab this pad and then take this boost as you go. That option is still there. But I think you need to be concentrated on defense on this play and hit here. I don't think you gain anything from hitting this boost. I mean, it's not likely. Even if I get this big hit, you still don't have that. I mean, you're looking for a miracle goal. It's not worth betting on. I think you should bet on the other play. All right, so right here, I'm looking at the field, and I'm 3v1. Time got bumped out. It's a common occurrence. I don't know why the fuck time did this. Time doesn't get boost here. Turns and he can't see the field. He's having trouble with his new camera settings. I don't know what's up. He's not seeing anything. We're going to try to work on that. This is bad play by time. Like, he puts himself in a position to get bumped. So I end up in a 3v1. These guys do a cool area. Right here, time calls, he still got it, which is really helpful call out, actually. Because sometimes you don't know. And I make this save. It's a pretty good save. I'll take it. And if you had gone to that back boost, I think you would have had a much easier play on that ball. I think you would have had better angles. Because it would have worked better. You would have had more confidence in where you were. And again, as with every hit you get, look at this. You're back in this position again. This position is shit. You'll never see me in this position. Ever. You can watch all my gameplay. I can send you every replay. You won't see me doing this, like, ever. It's a weird position to be in where you turn and have to chase a ball up the wall like that. And you can't really see the field. I think you could have had a much better position on this play. Like, you could have waited, be patient, whatever. But you have to make this play. This is fine. You hit it away from yourself immediately. It's a pattern throughout these games. You hit it away from yourself. Just be a little careful. I know this one's a quick one where you have to get it out. But there is possibility for more control. That's fine. Now cut middle to the right. But don't go forward as much as you did. It looks like you're looking for that boost again. I know you're at a boost, but I need you to play without boost. I want you to cut like this. What happens is you're open as an option. You're a pass option here. This is really strong space. With 0 boost, I can find you here, and you can find passes that are really, really good. And you know how to do it, and you're really smart. And this is where you really become dangerous. You pivot in this area, and you're brutal. This is where you're scary. You turn here. Time can pass you, I can pass you. And even with 0 boost, you just dish it to a teammate. Or you can even flick it in the goal. I've seen you do some crazy fucking goals, but instead you're concentrated on this boost. I don't need you going for this boost. I don't need you to have booster yet. Threaten the space and rotate. Instead of coming out of the rotation to get this fucking boost, just stay in the rotation for a second. Take a slightly different angle. Let's watch you come. So you come here, pause, and then just no double jump. Just cut middle slightly and hang out for half a second as you turn this way and catch a pad. I think you'll have so much more luck with it. And as you start to struggle to get back, you can grab this pad, you can grab other things, and I think you're going to be okay on this far side. Okay? And as you pivot this way, let's say the ball goes to the far side, you just kind of cut across, and you can have shots like this. Even with zero boost, you can do this maneuver. You can go slow, kind of come in, take an angle. I really like it. I really like that. But instead, even right here, do you see how you're not open for time? He can't pass it to you, and you're going full speed. All you can do here is go get this fucking boost. Whereas if you came back like this, even though you're cutting this way, time can find this space. If you need to turn, even if you have zero, you're cutting this way at kind of a medium speed, you could turn and just boom, there's a shot right here that time can find you on. But instead, time has no one. He has a teammate that's running away from him. And you're still up. Whereas with this positioning, you're not still up. You're actually the third man. But right now, with this positioning, you're the first man. I really like this better. And that's what we're looking for. So time gets a hit far side. Do you know what would have happened? If you had done this little maneuver, you would have been over here. And you wouldn't need the boost. You would say, oh, I can just go for that. I can just grab this pad. You might be out of boost a little more often, but you would just grab this pad and you would stop this 50-50. It's a really cool rotation that I think you should really try to find in your game. It's not easy, and it could take some practice, but it's just kind of a, once you're on this side, just cut middle, but slowly and with an angle. And then do this snake rotation if you need to come back in. And you'd be really threatening. But instead, you went for boost, stayed as first man for too long, stopped your teammate from going, then ran away, had to go get this boost, but then you still haven't been able to be a part of the play, and now you're having to turn again to even challenge this. It's just, you're turning around constantly. It's just turn around. I mean, it's just, and look at time. Time is doing what I asked kind of of you. He's being that open guy to pivot on if needed as he's rotating back. You see how he's being that open guy? And then right as the play doesn't come to him, he should, like, time right here is splitting with me, and as soon as the play doesn't come to him, watch, he leaves it, and he cuts to the far side. This is where he's going to go. Watch. He's going to cut to the far side. He's going to chase that a little bit. But he's going to cut to the far side, and then he sees that I have it, and he's going to cut back the other way. It's really good. It's really good. He didn't do it perfect, because if he did, he would have cut off that space more easily. I think I'm cutting across a little too much here, because we didn't think you'd turn around here. So what me and Time are kind of playing is that you're third man, not first man here. You wouldn't turn around. So me and Time would have gone like this and come across and threatened. I would have gone like this and come across and threatened, and you would have gone just straight backwards, grab this boost, and come around like this. And then we have a rotation. Time comes in and threatens, keeps him wide. I come in, hold the middle for a second, threaten, keep him wide, force him into you, and I can rotate out whenever and go far side if I need to. It just works better than this, you having to turn around. Me and Time are now both chasing because you turn around. It just gets weird. And you turn around and you really don't have much here. Do you see? And you get it to Time, which was okay. You didn't have the best 50, but you got it out of the play. But you're going to be out of the play for so long. And look, do you really get it to Time? I mean, look how long you're out of the play, and we're having to rotate again. And look at what I'm having to deal with. It just gets weird. And again, you're not a part of the play for a while. It was good rotation for the most part. It wasn't terrible. Although I think you're too straight here again. Let's watch one more time. Let's see if I can find you. Okay, so you're a little straight. I still think, I know you want that pad, but you can get that pad and then cut wide. You get that pad and then cut in. Get that pad if you want it, and then cut like this. And what'll happen is, when you're here, you still have that front post covered. In fact, you have more angles on that front post than you would from here. Because your car's opened up like this. This is the front of your car. I'm the front of your car. And then you come like this. And as that ball comes across, Time gets this hit. And then you come, you would still be in almost the exact same position, and you come and you get this hit. Now, I think again, right here, let's see from your position what you see. A little more angle allows you to see a little more, but this is okay. I know you were trying to make that save for time. This is alright, but again, you're hitting it directly into the wall. It's something that happens in your play a lot. Once again, you got 2 guys on your field. You see comp. I think you can be a little more patient on this aerial. I think you rush it. I think you're all about speed and you rush it. I think you can be a little more patient. Time gets his hit. You can even come around that, take a little bit of time, and then beat comp to it. Right here, you're kind of just giving it to comp. I know, it's not easy, and you get this 50 so the time can follow up, and you did okay. But whatever. Okay, this is another chance of the part of the ball being over your head and you still following it. You're directly under the ball, you want to rotate out. Right here, directly under the ball. If you feel like you're directly under the ball at some point, especially with 0 boost, it's time to leave. So you're directly under the ball, just leave. And right here, the leave is really simple. Same as the last time. Just cut across. This time, you might want to cut a little quicker because you have complete 0 and you really have no play. Cut across and leave. Okay? Time's going to rush down that ball just as quickly as you, really. And he has way more angles. Do you see how his angles are better? And you're just kind of in the way. You're slowed down our whole rotation. Look, me and Time had to hit brakes. I had to hit brakes and relax. And then you turn out in the same... I mean, you're still kind of in this play. Okay, now you're finally third man. It took you a while. And you're third man now, but you still... I mean, comp is gone. Even as third man here, if they hit it far side, our far side is wide open. Whereas, if you come like this, Time's a little quicker, I'm a little quicker, and our far side's not open, because you're here. And you're leaving. You're faced this way. That's very important. You're leaving, but you have the option to turn if you absolutely have to. And you can go get boost. Boost, there's plenty of boost over here. This is the far side. Far side has more boost than the near side. It always will. That's why you rotate this way, because there's going to be boost. And then, bigger than that, is that me and Time can cover this side ourselves. If America kills this, okay, he kills it to the right and beats me and Time in one hit. Now, you're coming to help. You'll have a good play. If you need to go first, if I can go first if I need to, or I can roll in behind you, and we have 2 defenders. Whereas the way you're going right now, it's going to go in the corner, but you're not really going to have anyone to play with. As you come and hit this ball, no one's going to be open for you but the other team. Whereas if I have to come back and hit that ball, it's going to be better. It's going to be better. I know it's weird, but it's going to be better. So I come in, I had to slow down a little, and that's why I get beat. Look, you slow me down, because there's 2 guys all the way up. I can't just continue on this path as fast as possible, then 3 guys are up. So I have to cut to the right. This would never have happened if you're starting to leave. You don't start to leave until here. So now I say, oh, I have to be part of this play. Fuck, Tim just left. So now I'm rushing in, but I'm just a little late to it. Maybe 1 car length. And it cost us massively because you stayed in doing nothing. You should have been gone 5 seconds ago. All right, so you come back in and you say, oh, I'm denying this play. But you have no one to help you now. Time does a great rotation here. Just great. He comes middle, comes across, doesn't go for that boost. This is big. Jumps immediately. Once he gets to the crossbar, he jumps outwards. Okay? And he lands here in this middle space where he's wide open. He can always cut around and shoot on far side. He's open for you to help you if he needs to. And he's covering angles, and he has really good defensive line to cover all this, and both of those guys. I really love Time's rotation there. I don't think I find any rotations this game for you that do that. And look, you still have fucking 0. You're doing your best with what you're given, but you're giving yourself bad situations. Even here, I think this challenge is... It's destined to lose. You're trying to, like, win this to score. You should be trying to win this to the corner. You should be trying to force this ball to the corner to waste some time so your teammates can get back. But instead, you try to, like, win this to score. And now, look, you're stuck in again. You're just really struggling to find yourself this game. It happens. We're having a hard game. This is good. Don't mind anything you've done so far. I don't agree with that. I think you needed to slow down and let me make that save. I know this guy's getting a hit. You are covering far side. You are. But I think there's a point where you know it's not far side and you need to hit brakes. And kind of just slow down and relax. But instead it feels like you're still trying to go for my save. And if you hit brakes there, I think you don't hit post. Once you hit post here, just be careful. Like right there, going out is really dangerous. Comp could have gotten a dunk, it would have been a goal. I think you sneak out a little too early. I know you want the ball and you want to deny things, but I think if you just slow down, take a stock, and have your car opened up so you can see the whole field, I think you have more luck. Because even if Comp gets that ball quickly, instead of challenging like this, good challenge. You're gonna have a good play, and you can still cover the goal. You can go, oh fuck, I got the goal really quick. Because right here you have to come back around. You do a good job coming around that, but then you force it middle. Middle's where they all are. And middle's where you're not going to find much help from your team. I think right there was a really nice avenue to the wall, honestly. Just a slight touch. Let's see. As Comp comes across you, you can turn like this. I think Mers scared you for a second, and that's why you got a bigger hit. But I think you have more options if you widen your car up to the left here. I think Mers does put a good threat. A little bit of a softer hit. You hit it a little too hard on yourself. I think you know your mechanics are off this game's. It's still not a terrible play, though. You put threats on him. That little cut kills me. That little cut, that little, oh, I'm going to go, that killed my play. I had to slow down. You can actually watch it in my gameplay. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I want to be part of this play. Tim, again, you're rotating on the same side that you came in. Every fucking time. You're never leaving to the middle where, like, I know you did this little dunk thing. Let's watch again. Oh, God. I'm still attached somehow. Autocam. Fly. Fly. That's what I want. I know you did this little dunk thing and you end up over here. And you want that boost. But even after you get that boost, I think you gain a lot from even cutting middle here. You could do some cool shit there. But maybe not. Maybe stay wide. But this cut in, you can go fuck yourself for this cut in. That's just rude. Keep going down this line. Because it scares the shit out of me. It looks like you're gonna bump me. Like right here, I literally turned. You see that turn right there? That was because you were coming like almost at me. If I go straight, we're gonna run into each other. It just gets weird. Just be careful with that. That's a good try. I know that you could have taken a rotation that would have made this easier, though. Don't cut in there. Don't cut in there. I think you're going for that bump. Okay, right here. It's straight backwards for half a second to avoid the comp bump guaranteed. I know you avoid it anyway and you want to cut in here, but straight backwards for half a second gives you 14,000 more angles. Because here you kind of cut in, you get weird. Here you cut a little bit and then you come around like this. Become a little more dangerous. Now you can come around in this area and you don't have to be fast here. You can hang out in this area because what you ended up doing is having to do that anyway. Right here, see how you come in this way and then eventually you end up doing this anyway? See how you turn like this? I think that was terrible. I think it had to happen here. And for me, it would have happened right as comp's coming at me here. That's when I go back towards this space, and then I come around like this. This is brutal. This is where you needed to be. And I think being here would have been huge. As I come off there, I mean, you got a big aerial here. The advantage of where you did is Mers has a little bit of more trouble seeing you. Absolutely, that's an advantage. But the disadvantage is you have trouble seeing Mers too, and you can't see their third goalie, and you have a far, far worse angle, and you almost hit me, and it gets harder. I think you still know that probably should have been a goal. Your mechanics were a little off this game. Again, stop fucking rotating like this. I'm gonna yell at you every time you do it. It is awful. Awful. Okay, pause. I know you get bumped, but you have to go out middle. Have to, every time. You can't keep coming down the same fucking side as you came. Have to. Have to. Can't keep going down this side. You have to come all the way this way. This is where I need you going. Every fucking time. I need you going over here. Okay? It makes it way more clear to your teammates what's happening. You're not a part of this jumbled fucking mess. We're not sharing 3 fucking boost pads on the same fucking side every time, so we're not all out of boost. You're not confusing time and running into him. It's just so much better. You're an option over here to threaten offense. You get to cover the far post, which you love so much. It is just so much better in this happy land over here. Please go this way. I mean, you're just in my way. Look, you're in my way. It becomes so dangerous for me to go in right now because there's still no one to cover this far side. No one is over here. No one. So they get out too easily and they can score goals too easily. And because you don't go here, I have to cheat and cover more space because I'm here. I have to be here because I have to also cover this space. Okay? But if you go out here, I can cheat over here. I have more trouble cheating over here because you're coming over here. I don't need to cover this space. You're there. I need to cover more of this space. But then I fucking... Fuck. Then I'm hitting into the wall. Then we're all hitting into the wall. But, I mean, as I'm about to show you, mechanically I do different things when I am faced with aiming at the wall. I shoot it to the opposite side immediately. If someone tries to force me into hitting it at the wall, I always go the opposite way. It's just a better system. That's what I like. Fixes rotation, and it's better. It's a bad play by time. I'm not sure how. I mean, it's okay, but it wasn't a bad idea if he'd gotten it right. Never mind. Sorry, I'm just used to saying shit. He came to the wall here, did fine. Again, I think you're trying to be as fast as you can to that ball. Which I like that part of your play, that you want to be as fast as you can. But I don't like that it puts you out too much. Why be as fast as you can when you can cover as many angles as possible? Right here, you're a little slower, but you cover so many more angles. And you don't have to do this turn. Do you see this turn that you had to do? You constantly have to, like, slow down and do this turn and cut thing, and it's just harder to keep your angles. Keep your angle here. Keep them contained, and then stop them with a little more distance, and I think you'll have more luck. And then you could have come across like this, maybe have a different 50. I don't know. It's not bad, but it could be optimized a little different. And that 50 is going to cost us. This is a hard one. It didn't seem like a 50 to you. You thought you were just going to hit it off that near side wall, but be careful there. It's because of your speed that you're going to have more trouble doing 50s. When you're going slower, you can jump sideways, throw your car around a little more. At that speed, you're going to have more trouble. All right, let's see how you rotate here. Again, you turn back, but you always go back to the near side. I think there's so much fucking beauty in you coming like this. Because then you can cut down the line if I kill it down the line. You can cut middle, and if I go middle, you just actually cover the center of the field. You don't just leave it wide open. You have some plays. Where if you come down this line, I mean, you're just doing me and Time's job. Me and Time both have. Time's got this covered. I've got this covered. Why come back into this space? What's the one space we don't have covered? This fucking huge middle place. Just rotate into this way. You're defeating the whole point of a rotation. The whole point of rotation is that people are fucking everywhere. And you're putting people in the same fucking spot. You're going to where Time's going. Go this way. Come around. And then you can... It's a little bit harder. But for a second there, you can go this way. And then you can be a part of my play. You can say, hello. Hello, I'd like to help. Right here, you can say, hello, I'd like to help. And then if it doesn't work out, you can cut and go behind Time. It's not, hello, I'd like to help, and then I'm going to cut this way and come help this way. Because then you're just going to slow Time down. It's, hello, I'd like to help, now I'd like to continue my rotation if you're not going to take me out. Let's concentrate on that. Right here, it's, look, the middle's fucking, the entire other team can beat us to every single ball in the middle. I just don't like it. And right here, you're so far away from the goal. This happens a lot, me and you together diving, and it's because you're nowhere near where you should be. You're trying to cover my shit, too. Okay, so let's go back. Stop. Double jump fucking middle here. If you go middle, right, this happens, right? This is kind of where you're going to hang out. Then you kind of go, oh, the empty's got that, and maybe I can help him over here. I don't know. Maybe you hang out. It's slow. It's a little hard. This ball goes up, you're like, oh, that's straight above me, I need to go back to goal. So you'd cut like this, or you'd cut like this. Maybe you want to go this way. That's fine. Whichever way you want at that point. And then you would have had some kind of better communication with me. I think if you had gone around this way, it would have been easier. Right here, I mean, me and you are literally meeting at a point that's almost perfect. And we both end up diving. They score on us like that multiple times. Where this whiff happens, and we both end up diving. It's just not good. I know time did something wrong. Let's see what I do. Oh, I pop it like that. So that's for you. See how wide you are? Stop. Pause. I saw you go wide. That's another reason I did that. Because I saw you go wide, I'd expected you to cut in and do like this. This hit is going to cause criminal anger between me and you, I think. But that's alright. If you come middle, this hit's even better. This hit's fine. You still are dangerous. Time can go for it. You can go for it. And it's not the worst. It's not great. But I think my team has better aerial skill that they can deal with that shit. I'm trying to figure out who I'm looking for. So right here, I see... Yeah. Why is time not beating him, though? Because it's a cross time. I still think time hasn't beat. Does he not? Oh, the other guy's quick. Time is slow and doesn't really take a good angle. It's unfortunate. And that whiff kills us. It's not a good touch by me. It does cost us a lot. Right here. I know you're trying to cover the goal, but at your speed, you're really not covering dick ass. Like, your idea is, oh shit, oh fuck, I need to get back to the goal at high speed. But you're going too fast to react to anything. Right here, you're supersonic. Even if he hits it right to your fucking corner, you're still not gonna fucking save that because you're going too goddamn fast. At supersonic speed, your car just doesn't turn. All your momentum is gonna end up throwing into the corner, which is what happens. All your momentum is gonna go blah over here, and you're not gonna be able to stop or control your car or cover any of this at slower speeds. Calm might have missed that on purpose. Ugh. Nah, he didn't miss that on purpose. He just sucks. Misses. And finishes. One of the biggest indicators that a rotation is bad is if a whiff happens, which team picks it up quicker. Our team should pick that one up. And it's not me here. It is a bad touch for me off the bat, but this rotational moment right here, this is clearly going to be a me save first. I'm the one that dives retarded. I should be the one diving retarded. My retarded dive was much, much better and more accurate. See how I'm not at full speed, I'm not supersonic, and I cut across the cover where he was going to go. I think you kind of did the same thing, but I think there needs to be some kind of communication where one of us does this dive, not both of us. And I think it was obviously me that needed to do that one. And you can kind of be patient, come in a little slower. No, Empty's going to dive that for sure. You can see right here that I'm going to dive that for sure. You can hit brakes entirely and just kind of hope. We can't both be double jump retarding here. I think you know that. And I think right here you get lazy and just hit a jump button and go, oh, I got to get that. And then, yeah. I know it feels like we're scored on at that point, but don't get lazy and just jump your car. This is hard to do for long periods of time, so I'm going to try to wrap it up. This is fine. Like, your positioning is fine, I guess. It's not bad. Let's watch again. So you do that. Cut to boost. A little bit of a weird cut to boost. Like right here, just go straight at boost. Don't try to get that fucking pad. Just go straight at boost. Right there, cut middle for that. That's good. I don't know that I necessarily agree with brakes there. Because then you get too close to XX. Right here, cut middle. I guess you're kind of dodge XX. This is such a weird play. What about just not going at all? What about grab this boost and go back? Just keep going back. There's no reason to turn. This is where it gets confusing. Grab this boost and go back. You never would have had that long play, which is fine. Okay, here's what would have happened. I would have turned and gone crazy like I did. Time gets this hit, right? Then I'm up for him. So you see how I'm up for him already? I know I get a demo, and it gets me out of the play. But if I hadn't got that demo, I would have been up for him. Okay, and then you're not up. You'll be more back here. Coming around like this. You're an option for Time. Time can play it across to you. These guys are running away. Time can play it across to you and have a play. But he has to give a go big because you're big and Empty's big. So he's forced to go big. He's forced to go big. And right here, I actually, like, this aerial, I don't think this is yours to go for. I don't think you notice that Comp has you beat. And I think you go anyway because you're like, ah, fuck it. There's a minute left. Let's go. But look how lazy this is. And look how much it slows down our rotation. Time should score there. It's just lazy. And I think you know it. Come on. This area is lazy. What the fuck is this? You're not even going straight at the ball. It's fine. I get it. But it's a little lazy. Time scores. He should have scored that. Let's watch from his view. It's not an easy goal. His camera settings are total shit, and he's going to have to get them changed. Again. We changed them, and then he switched them again on us, because he's a fucking dick. Look at the difference. Even when I have to come across. Okay. So I grab this boost, and I go middle immediately. Just in case. I need to chase down Americas. Okay, then I come this way, like, oh, is there a shot there? No. So I'm going to go wide. And I am coming across the way you do, but notice where I meet the ball. So instead of taking the fastest route to the ball, like you like to, which would be like this, and you would have hit into the wall, I just take a slightly wider route, and I get around the ball. And it's still right into the wall, but I do have more angles. And I stay as a part of the play. You see how I'm still a part of the play? Concentrate on stuff like that a little more. This rotation is fucking huge. Do you see it? Do you see it? Ready? Watch this rotation. I can go for bumps too, like you do. You like to go for bumps. But you can't go for bumps and then grab... So you go for bumps, right? You can't go for bumps and then grab that far side boost or stay far side. Go for bumps and leave this way. See how I do it. Watch. Watch how I leave. And watch how it's so clear to you that you're on offense now. Although you do seem a little hesitant. Am I confusing you with my rotation? I don't think you see me. I think that's the problem. And I think you think I'm far side. So I go that way. This should be easy. You seem timid here. I'm all the way back at this point. Right? As soon as I double jump, you're good. You can go. As soon as you see that double jump, that's your indicator that you can go. And look how I pick up the far side because I went that way. And you're still in an okay spot, although I think you're trading with time here. So you need to cut kind of like I did in that last play, like this a little more. Time should cut like this, and that's what time's looking to do. And you don't cut like that, and time gets really confused. This is where this miscommunication comes here. You want all these angles. Time wants to kind of split them with you. Time wants you to go this way, and time will go this way, if needed. That's what time's thinking. That's why you guys run into each other here. Because time wanted to end up here. You see how he sees you? He wants to go on the left side of you. Ooh. Time doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He needs to change his fucking camera settings. Jesus Christ. This is good. One big thing. I know you did this cool aerial to try to score a goal. And it was great. Big aerial. It's not as efficient, though, as it could be. It's good. I like it. It's just a little slower than it could be. I can optimize it slightly. I don't mind it. I'd probably do it myself plenty. But if you want to optimize it, it's literally just straight normal aerial, no aerial. And you just kind of... You can do some weird shit at the end. And be aware that if you do find that there's 3 guys up for anything, don't try to score it. Right here, you try to score it, even though you know there's 3 guys up. At this point, I would just purposely miss the ball. Or the goal. Like, I would just try to hit it off the sidewall in any way I can once I saw 3 guys up. I know that's hard to do in the moment, but any way you can get it past 3 guys is good. It looked like you were trying to dunk them for the goal still. instead of trying to get it past them. I need you to get it past them in that situation. This is horrible. Again, stop. Stop fucking rotating backwards. Stop it. Stop fucking doing it. Stop doing this shit. Do not go this way. As soon as you hit the half line in this situation where we're on defense, as soon as you hit the half line, you need to be going this way. You have to be. This is where we need you. We need you over here. Okay? It gives so many more options. You can deny this area, which is a goal scoring area, if you need to. You shouldn't have to. Don't like cut in here when you need to. When you don't need to. Only cut in there if you absolutely have to. Okay? There's a communication with me and you. If you absolutely have to, you can cut in there. But if you don't, just go this way. Just go this way. Just go this way. Trust me, just go this way. It allows you to cut this way, cut this way. I mean, it's so fucking good. And you're just robbing our team of it by going in the corner with time here. Terrible bad. And you're stopping me in goal. Because there's no one behind me. I can't just go willy-nilly. Now you're behind me and I get to go. You see how long we had to wait? And then look how slow you are to that. It takes you fucking forever to get to that. If you'd gone middle, I could have been on that. Then you could have been coming around on this. And we would have had an offense. And you would have fucking received that, killed that, anything. But instead, I mean, look, again, how many fucking times? I mean, do you get this? I mean, why the fuck are you turning to go forward here? You are back. You do not go forward in this part of the play. I don't care if time beats their whole fucking team and he's just 1v3, you still don't go forward. It's me and time at that point, and you're the third guy. You're only thinking about offense. Look, you're turning to go help fucking time right now. No, turn around the other fucking way. Should have been what you're doing the whole fucking time. There should be no reason that you turn to play offense here. Turn the other fucking way. Face your car towards our fucking goal location, you cunt. So you turn the other fucking way, and you would have had more angles on this if you had turned the other fucking way. And then look, you're just like, look at what you're looking at. I mean, you're hitting the ball into the fucking wall every time. And look, it's just a giveaway. Make it easier on yourself, man. This is awful. Just a little wider. It's not good. Because look, ball immediately goes wide. You could have been over there. Right here. As soon as this ball goes up, just get wide. Get wide. Like this. Time's got that fucking right side. Look, Time's gonna land, and he wants to take the he will turn and he'll cover this right side if you had gone this way. But because you stay down the middle, look at all three of us are in a line again. 1, 2, 3. If I can draw a straight line between all our teammates, we're not covering enough of the field. This straight line, horrific. And you never even fucking knew Time was here. It just gets confusing. Right here, I guess Time falls behind you, but it just gets confusing for you. Like, look, you are like, oh, I need to get that ball, and then Time comes around the corner. It just gets confusing. And then right here, you're like, oh, fuck, do I have to go for that? Really? It's a really good pass here. This is really good. What is Time doing? Oh, he has 0. Still. Why? It has to be camera settings. What is he doing? The ball comes across him. Goes straight at it. This is his ball. Why is he nervous like that's your ball? That's his fucking ball. He's nervous because that's your ball. Oh, God. Time. Want the ball, man. That must be really frustrating for you. That was Time's ball. And I think you know that. But I think the two of your rotations is so confused that you guys are fighting each other. We need to get this figured out. I'm going to try to wrap this video up. Fuck me. Alright, what happens here? You rotate in. Come across. Come middle here. No, go for boost. No, it's good. Go for boost. Then come middle a little bit. I think your speed brings you back a little too much here. I think you can cut a little more forward if you want, but it's okay. If you're going to go back, I don't think this is the angle you want to take. Like, if you actually have decided, hey, I don't want to be a part of this offense right now, you kind of are half in between. I think you should go like this, or like this, but slowly. If you're going to go like this, go slowly. You can go like this. This is an option. It's not a bad one either. Pivot on this boost if you need to. Pivot this way, wider. Pivot weird way. And I think if you cut middle, you do end up at that boost eventually, but the way you cut is weird. I think you could go that way. I think Time doesn't get the best touch. I think if you are a little bit slower, yeah, it's not bad positioning there, Tim. Not the worst I've seen this game. Right there, you don't give Time as much angles as he could need. Like, if you keep going back here, Time gets more angles to see you. As you cut forward, XX has too many angles to cut you off. I know I'm nitpicking a little bit, but if you cut here, This is what Time's looking for. This is the open space. And then you'll beat Mers to anything as you cut this way. And then Time sees a lot more angles. See how he has like see how it has like no angle to get you, whereas if you were over here, he has a ton. That's what I'm looking for. It makes it a much easier pass. He still goes for the pass. You deal with it all right. I have 0, so I leave. Let's see. That's the time. I have 0. I'll leave that, but then our rotation should cover it, and it does. Look, it comes right to me, and then I find you guys again. This is a good play. But right here, everyone keeps just trying to force the ball to me. Right here, Time sees 2 on the screen. I think he'd be better off finding you. But you seem to be wanting to go for my ball. Right here, see, this is mine. But how did you end up here? Okay, so you do that hit in the air, then you land. You see me go back. Right here, you're just leaving. You're just leaving. I know you want to chase down that ball, but you're just leaving. You just have to go. You go backwards. You don't chase that ball into the corner. You just leave, and it's mine. And then I play this to Time, and then you end up back in this space. This is where you'd be, and you'd be turning on the outside, and then Time could flick it outside to you. That's what he would love to do here. And then we have an attack. Me and you and Time are all attacking. It's pretty brutal. Like Time wants to flick it this way. If you watch from Time's view, he would adore it if you were overlapping him. I wish I had a mouse. Yeah, I do here. It's like, oh my god. If you're overlapping him like this, just zoom, zoom, zoom. This is an overlapping run. It's a soccer concept. Overlap. Boom. That's beautiful. That's what he's looking for there. He kind of wants it, actually, for a second there. He's like, is Tim going to do it? And then he's like, nah, Tim can't do it. I have to go to Time. Or I have to go back to empty. He didn't want to go back to me, but he was forced to. Like right here, he's looking for you to make that run. He's looking for you to make that run. He's like, oh, he didn't make it. Fine, I'll go to empty. And look, if you had been back there, and he had gone to empty, you would have been in a position to hit that. But instead, you gave up a goal, basically. And you think, oh, Time gives up the goal for a bad pass. But he doesn't, though. He would have had you as an option and wouldn't have gone to me if you had gone the other way. Instead of, like, you cannot go for these. You can't see what's happening. You can't. In order to go for this, you have to widen up and then come for it. Okay, you can't just go straight at it. You're going to cause problems, and you're not going to see your teammates. This is going to be mine, and then you come back this way, and then as Time goes, you can overlap this way, and if Time doesn't go, as you go back, you kind of see the play. You see, oh, empty and Time are going to do this, and you would be able to cut in here. More willing to face your card backwards. It's a fine pass, but it should be going back to you. So we don't cause a goal. But Time didn't have that option, so he went back to me. And I have 0 again, which is kind of a liability. I have complete 0 here, so committing my card puts me out of position for a really long time. You might say, hey, empty, you should have jumped for that. But if I jump for that, I'm gone for a long time. And I'm pretty careful about that. I think that's why I didn't jump. I know that's why I didn't jump, actually. It's a fine save. But look, I mean, you don't give yourself many angles, but I think you'd given up on the play, so we'll just move on. That's a good save with your angle. Again, not that many angles. You have to force the ball into the wall. Seriously, just a slight adjustment. Like, keep cutting right or whatever. I mean, look at... Just a slight adjustment allows you to have so much more. Instead, you just slam it into the wall every time. Just get a little more wide on the ball. Lower stiffness can help you do this, by the way. Never played with a little lower stiffness. I can help you with camera settings that could help do that. I'm going to shut the fuck up now. I hope I conveyed some kind of fucking concept. I don't know. If you watch this whole video, thank you.